I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva Lo Asa, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk. squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino Heat everything he's got.
Two men that are the epitome of resilience.
From the middle rope.
Oh. CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
Hooked him up. High angle belly-to-back suplex.
Stalking from above.
From the middle rope. Breathtaking Hurricane Run. Tope Atomico. You've solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. Boom, right in the chest. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory.
Boom!
This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against Eddie. Oh, just bludgeoning the competition with that blow.
Neckbreaker!
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire.
Can he do it? Gets his shoulder up before the 2 count.
And it has to be frustrating not getting a deep count at this point, but you can't let that get to you. Guerrero timed that one well.
And it's the ref who takes a hit there.
Things might be getting a little out of control.
And down! Not pretty at all.
Gosh.
Breathtaking head scissor takedown.
Oh, man. He didn't need that eyebrow anyway.
He saw that one coming.
Neckbreaker into the float over. That was pretty. Oh, and it's reversed. Right to the back. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. to reverse.
Gets driven into the corner. Oh, what a knee lift.
Three amigos coming from Eddie Guerrero. Vintage Guerrero. Three amigos.
Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag. On the top.
Splash by Eddie.
Eddie can take this one.
There's two. Short line for three.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And now Eddie has to shake that outcome off. He has to keep his mind on his opponent.
Ooh.
Oh! Heading to ringside now. Targeting the arm now. Oh, the reversal by Eddie Guerrero.
Oof.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Bam. Vicious knee. I see a cut on Punk after that exchange. A flurry of ferocious attacks here, and there is no respite whatsoever because incoming, massive, and shoved down.
CM Punk looking to put his opponent away on his shoulders.
Go to sleep.
No way Eddie's coming back from that.
Oh, my God.
Simply unreal, potentially inhuman, kicking out at one. How on earth?
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough.
Two men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet.
Dangerous Hurricane Rana. Top rope for Eddie.
From the top. Oh, got the knees up just in time. Ferocious power slam.
Up the rope he goes.
From the top. Oh, but he does it better. Frog splash connects.
Two.
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero. But in the end, he just wasn't able to get the edge here.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. But I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool to at least attempt an answer. Hopefully, Slingshot Tech is up to the task. While I may not know too much about what the future could have held, I do know that Triple H himself, after having sent his corporate goons after me following the Royal Rumble that year, was sizing me up for a matchup at WrestleMania 30. And I do know that if that match actually happened, I would have absolutely humiliated him in front of the world. Now, there's no question in my mind I'd have run right through him. I'd waited years for this chance. After all his tricks during the summer of 2011, bringing in his friends to attack me, using his corporate position to constantly stack the deck against me.
I'm not picking a fight. I'm just saying be careful who you push. Because you know I like to push back.
I was ready to bring it all back to him tenfold. I'd have buried him. But let's see if you can breathe life into my words. WrestleMania 30, CM Punk takes on Triple H. Time to play the game? Well, Hunter, I hope you realize that CM Punk doesn't play.
The COO, the next World Heavyweight Champion, the Cerebral Assassin, the most powerful man in WWE, Triple H, is here.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the King, Triple H!
CM Punk wanted the game, and CM Punk's got the game. Let this be a lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Triple H is a 13-time world champion. He lives in the spotlight, and CM Punk may be Icarus flying too close to the sun with this challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on paper, this should be a mismatch. Look at the names that Triple H has competed against at WrestleMania. The Rock and The Undertaker, Batista and Cena and Brock.
Oh, so are you saying that CM Punk has no chance against Triple H tonight? Because Punk's got a nice list of WrestleMania opponents himself.
Absolutely not. Like I said, on paper, it looks like a mismatch, but you can't judge heart and guts. Love him or hate him, CM Punk has heart and guts in spades. It's brought him this far, and you can bet he plans to have it to propel him straight to the main event of WrestleMania tonight.
Well, in this business, plans change, especially when they're up against those plans that are so expertly crafted by a mastermind the likes of the Cerebral Assassin, Triple H.
This is thunderous!
CM Punk may be the voice of the voiceless, but the WWE Universe is making absolutely sure their voices are being heard pretty well right about now.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
The cult of personality, CM Punk, prepared for battle against the game, Triple H.
Not to sound like a broken record, but CM Punk has gotten what he wished for. And look at him. He's going to be overwhelmed here. The voice of the voiceless is going to be silenced by the King of Kings. And he'll have no one to blame but himself. What will he say to the voiceless then?
Well, CM Punk's never been at a loss for words, so I doubt he'd start now. The same goes for him being overwhelmed. Punk has always known this is where he belongs since the first time he laced up a pair of wrestling boots.
These are two men who are going to try to tear each other apart.
Tonight, Triple H is not the COO of the WWE. Tonight, he's an ass-kicking machine.
A lot at stake in this match. Whoever wins here will be added to tonight's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Facing off against the champion, Randy Orton, and the Royal Rumble winner, Batista. No DQs, no countouts. A lot of bad blood between these two superstars.
Yeah, Triple H has promised that CM Punk will never main event WrestleMania, and that he's simply not what's best for business. Punk's looking to prove Triple H wrong tonight.
Oh, no, he can be caught here. Bad spot for him.
Uh-oh, looking to lock it in.
Oh, the deathlock is in. Oh, that straight right hand will break it up.
And we have to look at Triple H's motives tonight. It's the COO's duty to ensure the best product for everybody and to position the proper superstars as the face of WWE.
The authority just don't want CM Punk. That's the long and short of it.
It's a business decision. Not everyone can be the face of the company. Not everyone can be a part of WrestleMania, Corey.
But the man had a WWE Championship reign of 434 days, Wade. If that's a guy you leave off your WrestleMania plans, then I too have to question the motives of the higher-ups.
Both of these men considered master technicians in their own right. Triple H, of course, loves to play mind games. Loves to get the psychological advantage over his opponent.
Absolutely. So if Punk has any chip...
Blast off! Wow! Cross body! And Punk continuing his quest for change, knowing he has to get through the King of Kings first. Once this match was made official, CM Punk had no interest in fighting the COO of the WWE. He didn't want the guy in a suit and tie. He wanted the cerebral assassin. Looking to end this. The schoolboy! Off the mark.
Punk dodges out in time.
Oh, he had that scouted.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut.
Good reflexes from him there. Brilliant countering by both competitors.
Punk really wants to humiliate Triple H tonight. Face first. Set up.
It's locked in.
Trying to keep the hold on, but no, couldn't keep it locked in any longer.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Outthinking the cerebral assassin.
He's heading back to the ring.
Can he put it away? Kicks out before the 2 count.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this? Man, that is going to leave some serious welts.
Oh, man. This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
And the game has Punk right where he wants him, ready to drop the proverbial sledgehammer.
The scenes of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy.
Punk the technician applying the Anaconda vice grip. No way out from here.
And you can see him struggling to break this hold.
Every second it's locked on is doing more damage.
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Set up in the corner. What is coming next?
And retaliates with a counter.
Some intimidation tactics from CM Punk. Uh-oh, capture. driven into the knee. He might have him.
A defiant kick out after one.
Incredible resilience this deep into the match.
That was a running knee a la Harley Race.
I think I felt that one. Punk sidesteps out of that. Roundhouse makes direct impact.
Jeez, that's going to leave a mark. Oh, strong knee connects. And the confidence in Punk is growing. He can feel Triple H fading.
Punk searching for something beneath the apron.
And he's going with the great equalizer here, the steel chair.
And another stiff shot to the head here. And a suplex. Triple H with a counter. He answers right back. Not looking good in this position.
Just smashing the face hard there. And somehow Punk and Triple H still have enough left in the tank to keep this fight going.
They're two of the most stubborn men in the locker room. We're witnessing that firsthand right now. Oh, what an axe handle.
He's going up.
Top rope. CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
And with that, Punk just showed Triple H exactly whose era it is now.
Propping him up in the corner. CM Punk, opponent completely softened up here. What on earth is he cooking up from this position? Oh my! CM Punk! The plunge connects! Go ahead and count to 1,000. No one is getting up.
Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
And with this win, CM Punk has punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Later tonight, vying for the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton and Batista.
Punk can celebrate now, but the worst is yet to come. Main eventing isn't the goal. Winning the main event is.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night, a full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part? I'd be entering battle at less than 100% against Randy Orton and Batista. Great. Batista had won the 2014 Royal Rumble, locking him into a match with WWE World Heavyweight Champion and my old pal, the Viper himself, Randy Orton. But my match with Triple H came with that added stipulation where the winner would join the match and make it a triple threat. This time, though, I'm going to let you choose who you want to control. Would Randy Orton have walked out of his matchup still on top? Would Batista unleash the animal within for another dominant victory? Or would that kid from Chicago shock the world and win 2 matches at WrestleMania against 3 of WWE's most dominant and imposing figures? I don't know for sure what will happen, but I do know what I'd like to see. Well, what is it that you want to see when CM Punk takes on Randy Orton and Batista in the main event of WrestleMania 30?
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
The Apex Predator, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Introducing the champion from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Orton has been at the absolute top of his game lately, but even that might not be enough in a triple threat match against Batista and CM Punk.
But a wounded CM Punk who has already competed tonight. Still, that's a lot of variables on the grandest stage of them all for a champion trying to keep a hold of his title.
I'm sure Orton has no intention of losing tonight. A menacing look on the face of the Viper, Randy Orton. The winner of the 2014 Royal Rumble, Batista.
And introducing the challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista.
Batista fought hard to earn this opportunity to get his shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
But I'm sure he'd much rather this match have remained one-on-one. The presence of CM Punk is sure to complicate things for the Animal.
In Batista's mind, a worn-down CM Punk might not count as much of a legitimate threat.
You can see the savagery bubbling beneath the surface inside Batista. This man is ready to go.
Orton is a man Batista knows very well, going back to when they ran together in Evolution. CM Punk, meanwhile, is the X Factor.
You've got to be ready for anything here in WWE, and WrestleMania is no exception.
A man who had to battle his way into this main event against Triple H earlier tonight. The Second City Saint, CM Punk.
And introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You have to admire the guts of CM Punk to take on this challenge and keep putting one foot in front of the other, heading towards that ring.
I'm surprised we're not admiring the guts of CM Punk because they are hanging out of his body after that match against Triple H. This has been a long, hard night for CM Punk already.
And it doesn't get any easier with Batista and Randy Orton standing in his way. Beating Triple H was WrestleMania Miracle #1. For CM Punk to take home the title tonight, he'll need a second miracle.
And a little help from the WWE Universe to cheer him on in the meantime. Time to play spoiler, CM Punk.
Three men competing for the ultimate prize. CM Punk, Randy Orton, Batista. But only Punk had to battle his way into this match by winning a fight against Triple H earlier tonight.
And that's exactly why the #1 question on the minds of this WrestleMania crowd and Punk's opponents is how much does he really have left? Can Punk go the distance against two greats after already dealing with Triple H?
Only one way to find out, and that's in this triple threat match. Orton and Batista had to be rooting for Triple H. They could have collusion on the mind right now, so CM Punk is in for the fight of his life. Here we go. Oh, stop right to the hand. You know, Batista and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised a one-on-one match.
Not only that, Michael Cole, we have been robbed of an Evolution WrestleMania main event.
Oh, brother, what a pity.
Truly, Cole, CM Punk has ruined what could have been three titans waging war over the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Is it possible that Batista could just power through both Punk and Orton with his raw animal strength?
It's certainly possible, but I don't like it as a strategy. Blind Rage isn't going to get Batista what he wants, not with a calculating superstar like CM.
Shoulders down. And that only gets a 1 count.
Too soon for a cover.
Oh, and uppercut right along the tooth. No countouts, no disqualifications, triple threat rules. CM Punk in his first WrestleMania main event. A dream come true.
From the top. Good Lord. Taking flight.
And the champion doesn't want to be on the receiving end of that again. Taking things back into the ring.
Face first.
Oh, set up. Oh, the Koji clutch locked in. That's hooked in deep. Is he going to... Looking to get out of this, and yes, able to slip out of hold. Oh, he fends that off.
And he doesn't even need to swing that kendo stick that hard to inflict a ton of pain.
From the top, he fails to connect. And he goes crashing to the outside. Once again, Punk taking things outside. That was a stiff shot with that kendo stick. Whoa, the kendo sticks are flying now.
The animal on the receiving end. Unrelenting triple threat action. Brain Buster.
Big time offense like that could be a good way to throw the champion off. CM Punk headed to the top rope. From the top, he quickly slides into the ring.
Wiping out the competition, but also possibly yourself. And I've been saying this in the lead up to WrestleMania. The Viper has been lying in wait, and it would be a big mistake to underestimate the champion.
That's a good point, Wade. It's funny, over the past couple of weeks with the stuff going on with Triple H and CM Punk and Batista getting in Stephanie's face, Randy Orton in many ways has almost become an afterthought.
It's hard to believe the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is an afterthought. But you guys are right.
He's making his way to ringside now. An overhand punch. And a big question coming into tonight was, are we going to see the Animal Mold? Will Batista look like a dominating force?
You don't win the Royal Rumble by accident, Cole. Batista said he came back for one thing, to become champion. He doesn't care what anybody thinks about him.
And now here's the cover. He breaks the pin.
Batista sent crumpling to the ground.
From the top rope.
Now count out as he takes things out of the ring.
And I think there was a moment of hesitation before the leap, and it made all the difference.
Disastrous turn of events could change the whole complexion of this match.
Rapid fire right hands.
Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen in WWE. There's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All facts that CM Punk knows all too well. Years ago, Orton ended Punk's first World Championship reign in unceremonious fashion. He's beaten Punk on big stages before. Randy should have all the confidence in the world when it comes to making CM Punk his prey.
He's called the Apex Predator for a reason.
Can Batista fight back from this? Does he still have the animal in him? He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
Oh, perfect kick.
CM Punk knows what's at stake here more than anything. He said he wants change in WWE, and if the catalyst for that change means going through the COO and then to future Hall of Famers, then so be it.
What will tomorrow look like if the voice...
Top rope! Oh, and that mistake could change the complexion of this. Now a takedown into a small package, tightly hooked.
Kicks out after one. Wow.
Oh, Randy Orton looking for Old Faithful.
Taking this to the floor.
Folding chairs, but they can also fold you in half. Ooh, chucked that chair right at him.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep.
It just got as bad as it could for the champ. Using the chair with no caution at all.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
He gets into the ring. Counter by CM Punk. Calculating the next move here. Check your face after that one.
And that was more than enough to bust him wide open.
Answer after answer for each other's offense. Any two of these competitors is a recipe for a classic, but all three, this is incredible.
Batista, Orton, and Punk each giving their all in that ring.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring. Oh, God. That might have punctured something. Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
CM Punk!
Oh, the way to the outside. The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward. Randy toying with his opponent a little bit.
Slam Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Grabbing hold of a kendo stick. This is getting better by the second.
This is getting out of hand now. Every blow to the head seems to be more vicious.
Dazed and confused can be an understatement at this juncture. Slowly dipping out of harm's way.
Once again, Punk taking things outside.
This match was always going to be hard fought.
Crushing into the chair. Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts.
Orton outfought him there. Orton back in the ring here. Was that enough? Did the champ put this one away? What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
I got the slick GTS from Punk. The challenger might have what it takes to win this. 2 count. Oh, he gets the shoulder up before 3.
We almost just had a new champ. CM Punk hoists his opponent. Go to sleep. Are we about to see a title change here?
A kick out. That was an unbelievable kick out from Batista. Hang on, bar. Triangles in. Triangles in. Wrenching. That would have been the end if it wasn't broken up. Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable.
Never wanted this triple threat match. Now making CM Punk suffer for it.
And a big-time knee drop. He'll make his way to the ring.
Stop cold.
Got the cover. This might be the end. Doing whatever it takes to keep this one alive. Shoulder tackle.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Was that really called for? Up the notes already forming from that kendo shot.
It seems the entire WWE universe is going to have to pick their jaws up off the floor after this match is over and done with.
And now unloading rights on his opponent.
Managing to evade a precarious position there. Another attack to the head. Has to be pretty dazed now.
He gets back into the ring. Lariat. He's got him down. Here we go.
He's done it. CM Punk with a major upset here against Orton and Batista.
And the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
The Second City Saint is marching on Bourbon Street.
I'll say, Punk started his night by beating Triple H and has now ended it with a triumphant victory over Randy Orton and Batista. The road to the title does not get much harder than that.
Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Week after week, John Cena has stood in that ring and defended his U.S. title against anyone brave enough to answer him.
From cocky young upstarts wanting their shot at the crown to the most grizzled veterans, John Cena has taken them all on and put them all down. You have to admire Cena for continuing this open challenge. He's elevated the US title by putting it on the line every Monday night.
And the way Cena has been able to adapt to whoever answers his call has also been so impressive to watch.
Let's not sugarcoat it, guys. Cena's ego is a big part of this open challenge. This is about pride, and sooner or later, someone's going to come snap him out of it.
It is a bit of a double-edged sword. Defending the title against some of the best has to be taking its toll on him.
You gotta be kidding me! CM Punk answering Cena's open challenge.
The roof has come off of this building. Cena looks like he's seen a ghost.
CM Punk is coming for the United States title.
CM Punk, a man that perhaps knows John Cena better than anyone else in the entire WWE.
You guys talk about Cena's open challenge elevating the United States Championship, but let's not forget that Punk has set the standard for what it means to be the best in the world. He takes every opportunity he can to prove it.
And that is what's so fascinating about this. Punk just doesn't want to beat Cena. He wants to remind everyone that when you mention the great champions, his name comes first.
If anyone can match John Cena's fighting spirit, it might just be CM Punk.
Yeah, and Punk isn't walking into this one blind either. He's faced Cena and beaten him on some of the biggest stages possible already.
And there's some added motivation for Punk here, guys. He is dead set on adding that title to his resume.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk! And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, John Cena!
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight, it's CM Punk's time.
Week after week, Cena's US Open Challenge has been can't miss TV. But tonight is the biggest defense yet. CM Punk attempting to win his very first US title. It's really the only major title he's never held.
Well, with that in mind, it really does feel like there's even more on the line here than just the US title. The anti-authority versus the face of WWE. This is a clash of epic proportions.
Yeah, and I think Punk's trying to send a message to everyone here tonight. If he doesn't get what he deserves, he'll simply take it.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count. Looks like he's coming back in. Clothesline! The John Cena US Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
All great competitors, no doubt, but none of those talents are on the level of CM Punk.
I'm right here, guys! Follows it up with that running bulldog.
Ouch. Big boot. Bam.
John Cena falling behind, but it's almost expected when you can't game plan. I'm sure Cena has a solution in mind. Counters on counters, technical prowess on display.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one.
High risk!
Slingshot cross body.
Showing reckless abandon. There was every chance that could have gone wrong, but instead, it was right on the money.
This is going to be a close contest. Punk and Cena have such different and effective styles in the ring.
Yeah, every moment of this match is going to be dripped in drama as every near fall could be the one to end it. Can Punk's clever tactics really neutralize Cena's raw power? Or is Cena's heart and fighting spirit going to prove too much for the second?
Back down the hatches. These two are unloading. Turns that back on Cena. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Oh, man. Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it.
Boom, impact.
Gentlemen, it is always a treat to see CM Punk and John Cena face off in a championship match. The last two times that Punk challenged Cena for a title held by the franchise, they were two of the greatest matches in WWE history.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money.
Flying. Oh, my. More offense like that, and we could be looking at a new champ. Oh, what a roundhouse. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Yeah, you can just tell that Punk's outthinking Cena right now.
Cena ducks underneath. Couple of shoulder tackles now.
Oh, gets stopped right in his tracks. takedown. Gonna recognize high stacked pin here.
Cover. New champion. He could have had this wrapped up. Not sure why he let up.
Great in-ring IQ on display there.
Wow, incredible hurricanrana. Oh, what a quick answer. CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep. Pivotal moment. We could have a new champ.
Oh, what an axe handle. And he's going to the top. Oh! Guys, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades, and I've never seen a fighting champion quite like John Cena right now. But you're right, Cole. Granting weekly title shots to mystery opponents is gutsy on a level even the greatest champions in history would shy away from.
And said great champions include CM Punk, who defended his world title at nearly every premium live event during his 434-day reign, with plenty of additional defenses on global television. You have to think part of the reason that Punk is doing this is to prove that his reign is still one of the best we've seen this decade.
Nice counter by Cena. Oh, that'll knock your wind out. The fight is being brought right to our doorstep.
Lads, I think we need to clear out.
Boom!
Oh!
Goes under the ropes and into the ring. Oh, what an axe handle. Calf kick on the money. Thwarts the move by throwing an elbow into the midsection. Cena ducks underneath. Cutlass.
Oh! Couldn't close the deal on that rally.
He is looking to do some serious harm. Counter. He knew just what to do. Cena. Look at this power. Onto his shoulders for the AA.
The champ going all out.
Kicked out at one. Even the ref can't believe it.
Just barely more than one. What on earth are we witnessing?
And Cena is no stranger to big match moments, but he clearly thought that would be all she wrote.
Into an uppercut.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Down with a GTS.
We might see a new champion crown. From the top rope. Elbow drop from the top rope. Punk hit him hard. Cena might be in trouble right now. Dropped on the face. Great counter. Boom! What a right. But there's been a lot of damage to the head. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? We got to end this thing. Uh-oh. To the face. What a redirect. Got him in the corner now. Oof. Running knee in the corner.
All the way up in that electric chair. But a reverse into a Hurricane Rana.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Getting chopped down with the axe handle.
Heading to the outside now.
taking on a lot of offense now.
Punk's technical prowess is proving hard to handle for Cena here. 2. Boom!
And he slides him back to the mat.
And John Cena is getting the crowd going.
Oh boy, here we go. And he stops short right there. Uh-oh.
And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact.
Oh, what an axe handle. And CM Punk is in control.
John Cena has to gather the energy to turn the tables. John Cena avoids impact.
Cena gets intercepted. Momentum going back to Punk's corner.
Time now for CM Punk to get his energy up and claw back into the fight. And that was a clear attack to his core. Maybe seeing an opening. Punk and Cena have to be digging down to their deepest reserves right now.
They look absolutely exhausted, but I don't think either one of them is near giving up yet.
Cena's getting dominated.
Smothering offense from Punk here.
Connected hard with the calf kick. And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back asleep. Can we have a new champ after that? What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
Nicely done, managing to save themselves there.
Man, what timing on that counter. And here we go, returning to the ring. Strong counter from Punk. And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk's hard hitting. Offense has Cena off balance.
Opponent's head and neck grip tight, and now pummeling their opponent with elbows.
Face, meet, knee.
Brutality. There's blood in the water now. He better be careful.
Uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
John Cena is getting knocked back at every turn.
Oh, he timed that counter well. John Cena managing to get some control back now.
This could be a good chance for Cena to get some distance and rethink things. Oh, able to transition into the jawbreaker.
Ascending to the top rope. From way up, double axe handle connects. Boom! And Punk gets countered there. And he's finally found an answer.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. GTS connects. The challenger is not holding back.
2. We almost had a new champion.
And this is what it means to be a champion. And CM Punk from the top rope. CM Punk with the elbow.
And staying with it into the cover. 2.
And a new U.S. champion, CM Punk.
Here is your winner, and the new United States
gentlemen, I think this is the start of a whole new chapter for CM Punk. He is the new United States Champion.
Punk just outsmarted, outlasted, and outperformed Cena tonight.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best? Or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
CM Punk has battled legends at WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance. Because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
Well, much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world?
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the Immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle it. On the top. Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk.
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited to be competing. Against one another for sure, but both men believe they should be in the main event of this show every year.
Given the immense in-ring talent, I can fully believe it, and I fully expect both men to earn a main event spot at some point in the future. But right now, CM Punk and AJ Styles will have to settle for stealing the show this year. Textbook arm drag there.
Get this back into the ring now.
Oh, what a forceful clothesline.
CM Punk has long considered himself an outcast. Most folks would have pegged him as a long shot to succeed in WWE. And once he arrived, he was never expected to be the main event competitor he is today.
You could say much the same about AJ Styles, Corey. Remember, the first time the world got to see AJ Styles, he was busting his hump in WCW's Cruiserweight division during that company's dying days, while the main eventers collected the paychecks.
Both men spent much of their career on the fringes, fighting for every scrap of opportunity, and now they are both competing in one of the most anticipated matchups in WrestleMania history. What a journey for CM Punk and AJ Styles. Styles and Punk have obviously competed against each other outside WWE. How's that past experience and familiarity going to come into play here tonight?
Outside of WWE, AJ Styles may have a winning record over CM Punk, but here in the big leagues, Punk's the one with the experience and the high-profile wins.
Slingshot!
Slingshot forearm planted.
Completely tossing all caution to the wind.
Going for broke, and it paid off. Tossed back into the ring.
The snap on that arm drag.
Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk call in reinforcements against Rey Mysterio, using foreign weapons when attempting to end the Undertaker's streak. But tonight is a bit different. Punk has long wanted to prove that the best in the world is even better than phenomenal. And the only way to do that is by winning this match by the books.
He's in his clutches.
Neckbreaker!
Still fighting the good fight here.
And a counter by Styles. Big flying forearm. Styles,
450 splash. Styles with absolute precision and authority. CM Punk. AJ taking control. This looks bleak.
Styles clash.
Will that close Punk out?
2. Oh, kicks out.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And just what else can AJ do right now?
Incoming. Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter.
Spinning kick to the gut. Ducks under. Boom! Kick by AJ Styles. Lift it up. What's next?
Oh, what a slam.
Connecting with a sharp elbow.
He has the target right where he wants it.
Check out the springboard.
Misses on the springboard.
And he retaliates. Oh, look at this. Oh, pump handle. Boom, gutbuster. He's looking to go high risk from the top rope. Up high. Low down splash.
And following up with the pin.
2.
AJ Styles just beat CM Punk at WrestleMania. Unbelievable.
Here is your winner, AJ Styles.
And tonight, like so many nights before he stepped foot in WWE against CM Punk, AJ Styles was simply the better man. Punk won't be having his arm raised here, but I really hope he can accept losing a hard-fought match like the one we just saw.
Yeah, as disappointing as this loss must be for Punk, I'm sure he respects the fight Styles put up to win. Punk's already proven he can turn it on when the lights are at their brightest, but now, so has AJ Styles. Simply phenomenal.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get into the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
The following is Kurt Angle's farewell match and is a submission match. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match. This chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing the respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. What a better place to do it than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could Kurt resist? Angle and Punk have never met in a ring before, but they are known all over the world as two of the best. Now, at last, we get to find out who really is superior inside those ropes.
And Wade, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of...
Face first. All set up. The Koji Club.
Valiant effort being made by Angle. And the hold is broken. Punk is pulled in.
Beautiful suplex. Oh, this is just flat-out punishment. Any advice for CM Punk here? Take him out a gifted technician like Kurt Angle?
Well, Punk's no slouch when it comes to holds and technical abilities, but let's be clear. He's not on Angle's level. That means Punk really needs to avoid getting taken down to the mat. You don't want to be on your back trying to out-wrestle Kurt Angle.
Just rubbing salt in the wound now. CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games were those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down, only for an opportunity to stab him in the heart.
Yeah, exactly, Wade. It's a hypocrite that you just described. No getting around that fact.
Boom! Gets out of dodge.
Flying forearm smash. Boom! Good defense from him. Remember, this match came to be in quite a rude fashion. Angle was ready to choose his final opponent, and CM Punk stole that choice away from him. A classless act from someone who claims to have so much respect for the man.
Well, that's your perspective, Michael Cole. Many others would say that Punk is doing Kurt a favor.
A favor? Deciding a Hall of Famer's retirement match? That's a favor?
Listen, Cole. It's an honor for Angle to wrestle CM Punk at WrestleMania. It's a fantastic ending for Kurt to be able to say, my last match is with CM Punk.
What's wrong with you, Corey? You've got worms in your ears or something.
Punk avoids the attack.
Big clothesline. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Punk on the wrong side of Angle's technical expertise here.
I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense. The Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero. You gents correct?
Uh-oh. Way too up. Oh, lands right on the knees. That can change everything.
Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
Countered by CM Punk. Showing why he's a wrestling machine, Olympic gold medalist.
Angle has the advantage over Punk, and he's putting it to good use. Launched with a suplex.
And no matter how...
Uh-oh. Way too... Oh! Diving moonsault!
Boom! Oh! Kick directly to the breadbasket.
Kurt setting it up. Angle slam.
Angle, no fight left whatsoever. Ankle lock applied.
Trying to get out of the submission. And does. A flying forearm smash. I don't know if Punk can...
No fight left whatsoever. Ankle lock up past the submit. Valiant effort, but couldn't hold on any longer.
Here is your winner, and forever, your gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
Kurt Angle winning his retirement match by making CM Punk tap out, ending an incredible career on a win.
And at WrestleMania, no less, CM Punk tried his best. He took every shot Angle gave him, but the Olympian is just still too sharp between the ropes. Angle's masterful submissions could not be countered.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell and WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link. And tonight, it will be the battleground for CM Punk and The Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and The Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, The Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside Hell in a Cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight The Fiend. You survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with The Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for The Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you could prepare for a wrestler You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him. You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight.
Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was The Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yeah, shortly before Bray Wyatt found his way, he was part of CM Punk's new nexus under a different name. You have to wonder if whatever's left of Bray's psyche under that mask still has some respect for Punk. If so, I wonder if the best in the world can somehow use that to gain a mental advantage.
This has to be such an uneasy feeling for Punk right now. He's usually trying to outthink his opponents.
Yeah, but how in the world do you outthink something that doesn't even think like a human? I think Punk's going to have to rely on his speed and technical abilities here if he even wants to remotely have a chance at beating The Fiend. CM Punk and The Fiend facing off against each other at the event that brings out the best in each man, WrestleMania.
You speak the truth, Corey Graves.
He goes for the quick pin. Turns the tables. I don't know why he just called off the pin attempt.
Hopefully he has a strategy.
Cover here. And flips the lever, shoulders down. He cuts the pin attempt short.
The suplex.
And running knee
right between the shoulder blades.
Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a point for the cover. He forces a break before the count of two.
Starting to see the tolls of this match add up.
Placed against the turnbuckles. A reversal. He saw that coming. Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? And he goes for the pin. And there's the kick out.
Frankly, he should have known that wasn't enough.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against The Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might.
Both of these men have made careers by changing with the times. Punk has gone from indie darling to extremist to straight-edge cult leader to the best in the world.
I will agree that Punk's ability to evolve is commendable, but I don't think anyone has undergone a transformation quite like Bray Wyatt when he became The Fiend.
Indeed, gentlemen, Bray Wyatt was a dominant force in the main event already. But as The Fiend, he's almost unbeatable. Wonder if Punk will need to change it again to overcome tonight's challenge.
From the top! Body splash! I don't care how much you train, you can't prepare for a commercial airliner to come crashing down on you like that.
Oh, directly targeting the... Oh, here comes a brutal bit of back and forth. This is more like a barroom brawl between these two. Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy. Oof!
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what. Big boot. Fiend turns the table. Caught in a bad spot.
Oh, my!
Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
Oh, that'll rattle you. Oh my gosh, what impact!
And Punk making his way back to the ring.
Lights out, DDT connects. Boom!
Oh, we know what's coming. Retaliating with a strong elbow.
Sister Abigail.
I don't know how Punk can recover from that. The Fiend may have victory in his twisted sights.
Range down an elbow retaliate.
Opponent lifted.
What a way to get out of that one.
Escape just in time.
Oh, what a clubbing blow.
This has been an absolutely brutal match inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk about to take flight.
Diving elbow.
Punk might have put an end to the nightmare with that.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk? Quick into the cover. This could be it.
Oh, not yet. They just got the shoulder up.
Might have tried to end this too soon.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
The carnage we've witnessed here at WrestleMania is going down in the history books. The Fiend and Punk have been unloading their arsenal.
Face first. Send up.
It's locked in, the Koji clutch.
This is a bad spot. That's it. That's a tap.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. Three-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife, is here after a decade.
She's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
Here comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight and only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match play.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. It seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
Counters to gain the advantage. Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter.
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. And since this is standard tag team rules, the men can fight the women and vice versa. How does that change up the strategy in this one? How does AJ's strategy when facing the Miz differ from her strategy facing Maurice? Or all the other combinations we could see in this tag match?
Honestly, these are all four high-level championship-caliber superstars. They've all done their homework, and none of them are going to hold back, no matter who's standing across the ring from them.
Sent into the corner.
Tag. 2-on-1. And a kick right to the gut. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade. Jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter. One response after another, back and forth we go. The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents. Tonight, and it's the most vital one. Experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way. Here's the cover, is it enough?
Wait, look at the feet are on the ropes.
Might have caught a second wind here.
Oh, right into a counter.
Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here.
Oh, look at this. Oh, neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And now is perhaps the time to do whatever you can to tag your partner.
Oh. Great. This is mostly known today for her reality TV work.
From the top rope.
Oh, a malfunction at the junction. That mistake might have cost them the entire match.
A high risk that was not worth it at all.
Running hip attack. What impact.
Oh, she manages to reverse it.
Getting put against the turnbuckles.
What a reversal.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Hammerlock applied.
Oh, a blindside clothesline.
Got caught in the jaw with the knee.
Oh, bang.
DDT.
Got out of the way of that one.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Nails the GTS. And unfortunately for the It couple, CM Punk and AJ Lee are completely in the driver's seat now.
Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot.
Ooh, big hammer connects. Mongolian chop.
And Maurice can't stop any offense coming her way.
Yeah, the It couple's spotlight's really being dimmed right now. Punk.
Oh, yeah, from the top. Oh, he lands hard. That is a long trip down for nothing but bruises and possibly broken bones.
This is what could happen when you take such risks like that. And pulling the arms up and torturing their opponent.
And it should come as no surprise that these four superstars are putting on an absolute tag team clinic right now. The disdain both these power couples have for each other, and just how much each of these...
Looking to put this one away here. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match. As I'm in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left.
Making the save there.
Ooh. We had to know that an all-star tag team match like this would eventually become...
Hold on a second. Could be a matter of time. Submission being locked in. The Miz is in deep, deep trouble. Can he hang on?
Hang in there, Miz. We need more Marine sequels.
And Miz is fighting out of the submission. And escapes.
She manages to maneuver herself out of harm's way. Situating her in the ring corner right here.
Wow, that won't separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it. Bam!
Maurice fires back.
Let's give it up for Maurice. Looking great no matter what she does.
Ali gets cut off.
Slips out of the air. Good reflexes from him there.
And she's returning fire.
With their opponent all tied up in the ropes, this superstar is just teed up.
He is looking to do some serious harm. Back in this thing.
And we've just witnessed...
And look out here, Miz about to be in a very compromised position.
He taps out from the excruciating pain.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody who stands closer to CM Punk than that woman, his wife, AJ Lee. For the man who calls himself the best in the world, that one...
Truly, truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE 2K26 showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.